Hello students, welcome to online classes. My name is Bhargavi. I am working in Sanjeev College of Arts and Sciences, Department of Physics, Kakinada. Today in this session we are going to discuss about Unit 5. There are two lessons in Unit 5. First lesson is vibrating strings and second lesson is ultrasonics. Okay, first of all, ultrasonics are waves. We all know that sound is traveling in a waveform. So sound waves, it is the mixture of low frequencies and high frequencies. Before going that what is the definition of ultrasonic waves, we have to know about audible range. Audible range means every human can hear that range. What is the frequency of audible range? Let us say definition. Sound waves having frequencies from 20 Hz to 20,000 Hz are called audible sounds. So every human can hear from 20 Hz to 20,000 Hz. This frequency is known as audible frequency, right? The examples of audible frequency is human. The next definition is infrasonic waves. Sound waves having frequencies less than 20 Hz are called infrasonic waves. So it is lesser frequency, that is less than 20 Hz, we can't hear anything. So that's why this frequency is known as infrasonic waves. The example of infrasonic wave is, let us assume that simple pendulum. If I am oscillating a simple pendulum, we can't hear anything, sound. Okay, so that's why we can't hear less than 20 Hz. So this is known as infrasonic waves. The example of infrasonic wave is simple pendulum. Next, ultrasonic waves definition. Sound waves having frequencies greater than 20,000 Hz are called ultrasonic waves. So this is the maximum frequency and that is greater than 20,000 Hz. The example of ultrasonic wave is bats. Bat is a bird. Okay. How bat is an example of ultrasonic waves? Let us see that. Here, bat can produce ultrasonic waves. If a bat is flying, then ultrasonic waves are produced from it. Then, if there are any obstacle in their path, it can detect that if there is an obstacle or not in their path. So, it can survive by using ultrasonic waves. So that is the example of ultrasonic waves. What is the example of ultrasonic waves here? Bats are examples of ultrasonic waves because they can produce these waves. Okay, so we discussed about audible range, infrasonic waves, ultrasonic waves with examples. Next, the topic is properties of ultrasonic waves. So ultrasonic waves has 5 properties. Let us see one by one. First property is, these are highly energetic. Their speed of propagation depends on their frequency. So ultrasonic waves has maximum frequency, that is greater than 20,000 Hz. So the speed of the motion is also high, that is smaller frequency. So this is the higher energetic wave. The second property is, they have small amount of diffraction due to their smaller wavelength. Here what is wavelength? The distance between two successive crests or troughs is known as wavelength. Due to the smaller wavelength, it has also small amount of diffraction. Next, third property, due to their smaller wavelength, ultrasonic can be transmitted over longer distances without much loss in energy. So if it has smaller wavelength, it can travel longer distances with much loss in energy. Without much loss in energy. Okay. Next, let's go to fourth property. Intensive ultrasonic waves have a destructive effect on liquids by causing bubbles in them. If we take a liquid like water, to that water we can apply ultrasonic wave frequency. What will appear? Bubbles are appeared because of ultrasonic waves frequency. Okay. Next, fifth property is, when a plain stationary ultrasonic wave is produced in a liquid, it acts as a grating to diffract the light. So if we take a liquid, it can be acts as a grating to diffract the light. So these are the properties of ultrasonic waves. There are 5 properties. Next one, the next topic is applications of ultrasonics. There are many applications of ultrasonics. We can also say that uses of ultrasonics. So first application, that is first use, is detection of submarines, icebergs and other objects in ocean. Okay, how to detect with the help of ultrasonic waves? There are submarines, icebergs and other objects in ocean. If we are traveling in a ship in an ocean, we can send ultrasonic waves to that ocean. Okay, if there are underground water vehicles like submarines or sand mountains or icebergs are also present in ocean. So if we send ultrasonic waves, they can detect if there are any objects or not in that ocean. Okay, let us see below para. A sharp beam of ultrasonic is directed in various directions into the sea. The reflection of waves from any directions shows the presence of some reflecting body in the sea. Okay, next, second application is depth of the sea. We can use ultrasonic waves to what is the depth of the sea? To determine the depth of the sea, we can use ultrasonic waves. Next application is the flaws in metals can be detected by using their waves. If we take any metals like iron or steel, we can detect any flaws in them or not by using ultrasonic waves. Next, fourth use is these waves are also used for cleaning and clearing. Next, destruction of lower life. Animals like rats, frogs, fishes, etc. can be killed or injured by high intensity ultrasonics. If we apply ultrasonic waves to small animals like rats, frogs, fishes, they can easily injured or killed by the high intensity of ultrasonics. This is known as destruction of lower life. The next use is these waves are also used in treatment of neurologic pains. If any human can feel neurologic pains by the use of ultrasonic waves, we can reduce that pain. Okay, these waves are used in metal cutting. If we have a big piece of metal, we can't cut with a knife easily. So if we apply ultrasonic frequency, they can easily cut that metal. Last use is abnormal growth in brain. Certain tumors can be detected by ultrasonics. If we have any fracture in our body organs, so it can't be detected by X-ray. If we can use ultrasonic frequency, that can detect what part that fracture in our organs. Okay, these are the uses of ultrasonic waves. Next, up to here we discussed about audible range, infrasonic waves, ultrasonic waves and examples. Already the next topic is properties of ultrasonics, and also we discussed about applications or uses of ultrasonics. Now we are going to discuss about production of ultrasonics. In our daily life, we can't produce ultrasonics by using any machine, right? There are only particular methods. So using that methods we can detect produce of ultrasonic waves, that is production of ultrasonic waves. There are only two methods that we can use the production of ultrasonic waves. First method is magnetostriction method and second method is piezoelectric method. By using these two methods we can produce ultrasonic waves easily. Okay, so first method is magnetostriction method. Let us see this method. So let's start with definition, or we can say that principle. A rod of ferromagnetic material undergoes change in its length when an alternating magnetic field is applied parallel to its length. This phenomena is called magnetostriction. Here we are using a rod. What is the material rod? Ferromagnetic material. Already magnetic field is also there to that rod. So what will appear here? What will change here? The change in length of the rod when alternating current applied. So if length of the rod will change, they can produce ultrasonic waves. Okay, this process is known as magnetostriction method. The change in length depends only on the nature of the material and magnitude of the field. So the length of the rod will only depend on the nature of the material. So this is the principle of magnetostriction method. Let's go to construction. See here the circuit diagram of magnetostriction method. Here DC source means direct current is applied to this circuit. First of all, see the parts of the circuit diagram. So we used here ferromagnetic rod, that is A and B. So these ends are represented as A and B. One end is A and other end is B. To this rod, in the middle we are used clamp. Okay, this rod has also natural frequency, and L1 and L2 coils are used here to this rod. L1 and L2, these are the two coils. First coil is L1 and second coil is L2. Now come to down, that is transistor is used here. What is the transistor? What is the work of the transistor? The work of the transistor is it can pass current through the whole circuit. Okay, in the transistor we know that there are three components. First one is emitter, second one is collector, and third one is base. Emitter, collector and base. Emitter is represented as E, collector is represented as C, and base is represented as B. So this is the NPN transistor we used in the circuit. What transistor? NPN transistor. So here E, C, B are represented. Base is connected to L2 coil. Okay, L2 coil is connected to base in the transistor. Then collector is connected to L1 coil. Okay, L1 is connected to collector end. So between this milliammeter is also used. It can be used to reading voltages. Next, below L1 coil we can also use a capacitor. So what is the use of capacitor here? We can maximize or minimize the frequencies. Okay, last point is we used a battery. High tension battery is used here. So this is the circuit diagram of magnetostriction method. If we switch on this circuit, then current will pass from the transistor through the whole circuit. Okay, because with the frequency of with the frequency of transistor, there are changes in the length of the rod. Changes means it can stretched or compressed. Okay, so already we discussed, that is transistor also have frequency and rod is also have a natural frequency. When these two frequencies are equal, then ultrasonic waves are produced from this circuit. So once again I am repeating this point, that is transistor is also having frequency and rod, that is ferromagnetic rod, is also having its natural frequency. When these two frequencies are equal, then ultrasonic waves are produced from this magnetostriction method. Okay, let's go to next para. So this is the para of full construction method. So what is what are we connecting in the circuit diagram? That is, we use a transistor and we used coils, also length of the rod, that is A and B. We also used a capacitor. So this is also we can use it in construction. This is the paragraph of construction. Next we are going to working. So how it will work? When the collector is passing through the coil L2 changed, it caused a corresponding change in the magnetization of the rod. So if we apply current, then the frequency will vibrate through the circuit. Due to the vibrations of that frequency, then changes occur in the length of the rod. If we change occurred, then the frequency will natural frequency, then the frequency of the rod and the frequency of the transistor, when it equal, then ultrasonic waves are produced. So this is the working process of the construction, that is we constructed a circuit, right? So that is the working process of that circuit. So this is known as magnetostriction method. So here one point is important, how in magnetostriction method ultrasonic can product. So what is the point here? When the frequency of NPN transistor and natural frequency of ferromagnetic rod, these two frequencies are equal, then ultrasonic waves are produced in this method. So it is easy process. I hope you can understood. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.